Spokane astronaut Anne McClain and her crew will have to wait a little longer before they blast off to space. We'll tell you why their launch was scrubbed just minutes before takeoff today.
Rain and mountain snow move out early tomorrow as wind picks up across the region. We have a weather impact alert in place.
Video of immigration agents breaking out a car window in Spokane Valley to arrest people inside is getting a lot of attention online, with many people asking, did the agents act legally? What we found new tonight. Good evening and thank you for joining us for the KREM 2 Night Report. I'm Mark Hanrahan. We start with some breaking news tonight. One person is hurt, another in custody after a stabbing in downtown Spokane. It happened just a couple of hours ago near Division and East Main Avenue. Spokane police say they took the suspect into custody after a brief search. Police say the victim only suffered minor injuries. We will continue to bring you more updates on this story as we learn more. Also tonight, a suspect on the run after a shooting on East Central and North Crestline Street. Following that shooting, that's in the Whitman neighborhood, police say one person was shot after an argument at around 4 this afternoon. After being shot, police say the victim drove themselves to the hospital. Police say they do have a suspect identified but have not yet made an arrest at this time. Well, new tonight, this video being shared across social media is showing an ICE arrest in Spokane Valley earlier this week. Tonight, it has some asking if the actions of those agents were legal. Sharon Yu with our Seattle sister station is reporting from the west side where the men are being detained tonight.
We have reached out to all parties involved in the video and also to a law enforcement expert for analysis.
This video filmed by Kayla Somariba shows federal immigration agents, some uniformed and some in plainclothes, break the windows of their SUV.
You can!
Somariba says this happened on March 10th near this intersection in Spokane Valley as she, her husband, and her brother-in-law were on their way to a hearing for a case not related to immigration.
Maybe like 12 officers ended up, surrounding us. There was at least like 2 or 3 in every window. And I lower my window to talk to them and, asking politely, like, officers, why are you stopping us? What is the reason for this? And I'm already reading on their vest that it says ICE.
It's illegal! It's legal!
Somariba says she kept asking to see a warrant or any documentation from the agents.
Obviously, if you have a warrant for their arrest, they have to go. But didn't show us anything, no proof that there was actually anything.
We reached out to an ICE spokesperson who said, quote, U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement arrested 2 men whom we are not naming because they have not been charged with a crime, both citizens of Nicaragua and suspected members of Tren de Aragua. The aliens resisted officers during the arrest and failed to obey a lawful order to exit a vehicle, which resulted in forced entry by ICE officers. The statement continues to say one of the men has been arrested in Spokane County for felony harassment with a weapon and that he has been ordered removed from the U.S. by an immigration judge. ICE says the other man was previously arrested for burglary, malicious mischief, drive-by shooting, and threatening to kill. When asked if there were any warrants or supporting documentation, ICE did not respond. We reached out to John Urquhart, former King County Sheriff and King 5's law enforcement analyst. Urquhart says the agents did not break any laws when they broke the windows, as they had probable cause to arrest the 2 men. We reached out to an immigration attorney and professor at Seattle U who said, quote, ICE officers can arrest someone in public spaces without an ICE warrant if they have probable cause that the person is deportable. ICE claims they did have that probable cause. We circled back to Somariba, who is a U.S. citizen and 7 months pregnant. She vehemently denies her husband and her brother-in-law's affiliation with any gangs.
I'm 100% sure that they are not part, of a gang. My husband would wake up, go to work, come back. Sometimes he would, hang out with his friends. It's a normal thing that a 25-year-old's gonna do, a 26-year-old.
Samariba is a U.S. citizen, and she says she was not arrested or pulled out of the vehicle. We know the two men have been taken to the ICE processing facility in Tacoma. The Northwest Immigrant Rights Project says they are doing an assessment to find out what happens next for the two men detained there. In Seattle, Sharon Yu, KREM 2 News.
For the first time today, we are seeing video from inside a makeshift cinder block cell where a Seattle woman was held captive in southern Oregon. This video, taken by an FBI agent, shows the Klamath Falls crime scene. Prosecutors claim this is where Nagasi Zuberi hatched a plan to kidnap and sexually assault two women back in 2023. Federal agents found that cell inside. The videos and photos were court exhibits made public after a judge sentenced the 31-year-old to life in prison. During the trial, prosecutors explained that Zuberi picked up one of his victims on Seattle's Aurora Avenue, driving her 450 miles to his Oregon home. The woman was able to escape by banging on the door until it broke open. Investigators later learned that Zuberi previously kidnapped and sexually assaulted another victim. He is currently appealing his conviction and his life sentence. All right, let's shift gears and talk weather as we are once again in a KREM 2 weather impact alert for tomorrow, this time for some windy conditions. Let's get right to Chief Meteorologist Jeremy Legoo for more on the timing of that wind and how strong we're talking. Jeremy?
Mark, wind looks to pick up on the backside of tomorrow morning's precipitation. 8 to 4 looks to be the strongest wind from what I'm seeing, but yeah, it's not a lot. It's loose, light objects might blow around, and that's the extent of it. We have that next mess of storms making its way in, and it's been on and off showers all night. We've got another band moving through here. I think we will be done with this little wave a little around midnight. Moves through, moves out tomorrow morning. We get that next little push. Notice this is 7 o'clock when we start blowing everything out. As wind picks up, we clear out, and we should see a little bit of sunshine tomorrow afternoon. Still some scattered showers possible, but sunshine nonetheless. As we move from Thursday into Friday, enough clearing to maybe catch that lunar eclipse, and then more snow. Yeah, that's right, snow possible Saturday morning. Snow turns to rain fast enough that I don't think we worry about accumulation, but tomorrow, a weather impact alert because wind picks up behind a round of morning rain and snow.
All right, sounds good, Jeremy. We'll check back in with you later in the show. Now to our night beat with a quick look at the day's top stories. Tonight there is new information in the murder trial against Brian Koberger. He is the man accused of killing 4 University of Idaho students in their off-campus home back in November of 2022. In new court documents, prosecutors say the defense will argue that someone else could have planted a knife sheath with Koberger's DNA at the crime scene. Because so many documents in this case remain sealed, we do not know further details about the defense's plans. Koberger's trial is set for August 11th and could last more than 3 months. The trial began this week for a man accused of shooting and killing his neighbor. 32-year-old Gunnar Doty is accused of killing Dylan McCorkle in the front yard of a home on North Hamilton Street back in February of 2024. We first brought you this story when police say Doty barricaded himself inside a basement crawl space of a home and wouldn't come out until police launched pepper spray into the house. He is now on trial for second-degree murder. And that was your night beat. For more information on any of these stories, just head to our website, KREM.com. Another round of tariffs could mean higher costs for Boeing. Don't go to bed just yet. We'll have more on that. Plus, NOAA seeing another round of sweeping layoffs, the concerns it's raising with wildfire season right around the corner.